This segment is sponsored by the Drug Enforcement Administration.
The DEA's mission is to help enforce United States laws concerning controlled substances and help reduce the availability of illicit drugs, both domestically and internationally. So today, to talk about a brand new strategy in Central Ohio, is Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Mauricio Jimenez. Nice to meet you, Mauricio.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
So first, talk about the problem we're seeing here in Central Ohio, because it is eye-opening to know the types of drugs that are prevalent.
Well, right now what we're seeing is a surge in methamphetamine, and this is all pre-COVID. COVID has changed everything. I've been in Columbus for 3 years, and when I got here, I thought all that we were going to be dealing with was fentanyl. I was absolutely shocked the amount of methamphetamine that is coming to Central and Southern Ohio.
My goodness, it's right in our backyard. So what does the DEA do? People have obviously heard of the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, but what falls under that umbrella? How does it work?
It's all federal narcotics law. We are a single mission agency. We do have different arms. For example, we have our diversion program that administrates registrants, doctors, pharmacies, distributors. We also have different sections within DEA. We have our clandestine lab team. We have an air wing. We have, of course, we have chemists. So we're an all-encompassing organization that focuses on controlled substances.
Wow. And what is the new strategy that you're rolling out to Central Ohio?
Well, the new strategy that we're rolling to Central Ohio is Operation 360. Now, this is the third city within Ohio that's had it. I believe it's the 14th city overall that's had it. It's a project that DEA started in 2016 as a answer to combating the opioid epidemic. It's nothing new, though. It's not like DEA is coming into town saying, here we are, we have these new programs and we're going to fix it. We're really here to work with our state, local, and other federal partners that already have programs in place. We're here to bolster their programs and maybe bring in a fresh perspective when it's needed. For example, we are great partners with the REACT team here in Columbus in Project Hope that's being run by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. We're in great partnership with Columbus Police and the Columbus Fire Department.
And I like that fresh perspective, so I can assume that's one difference that the 360 program has versus other programs that are out there.
It is. So it's a three-tiered program. It's enforcement, which is never changed. The enforcement part is more so where we're targeting known violators. We have our diversion program like I described earlier, but the biggest part of 360 is the community outreach, which is really what DEA is focusing in on when it comes to Operation 360. Of course, being law enforcement, everybody assumes that all we want to do is arrest people, which isn't actually true. We are here to help the community. The other thing that people need to remember is that we, as the employees of DEA and the agents and the investigators, we are actually living within the same communities as everybody else. So we have a vested interest to make sure that we are helping our communities progress.
That is great. And for people watching, they want to get involved more. They want to make a difference. What steps do they need to take? What should they do?
Everybody should be talking to their children. Everybody should be talking to their neighbors, their husbands, their wives, their families about drug prevention. It affects everybody. I have family members that are addicted to controlled substances. It's one of those things that it's a constant battle. It's not one thing that we can just talk about once a year and say, okay, we're fixing the problem. By talking about it at home, that makes people part of the solution. It puts them on the front lines. It's where it starts, is talking at home, especially with your children.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this information today. It's so vital in our community, and thank you for what you're doing for our community to help keep us safe.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for talking to us.
As Mauricio just said, it's so important to get involved, so reach out, communicate to someone, be the change in someone's life that's dealing with substance abuse.